Hey everybody, this is Malcolm Gilvar, Vice President of Sales with Trade Group. I want to welcome you to another edition of Trade Show Quick Tips. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips for exhibiting internationally. And I'm going to jump right in here. First one, rent, don't ship. The cost to ship exhibits to Europe, Asia, South America is so high that it just doesn't make sense to ship your exhibit there. Not to mention the problems that can arise in customs when you get there. Also, labor is much cheaper in the rest of the world than here in the United States. So when you get to the show and you rent an exhibit there, the costs are much lower than you might think. The second tip is, as you're looking to hire labor overseas, make sure that the supervisor for that team is an English speaker and that you've actually had a chance to speak to that person, because it's important that he and most of his team can at least speak some English so that you can communicate effectively with them. Tip number 3 concerns your staff. Now obviously you're going to bring people to wherever it is that the show is from the United States who obviously speak English, but you have to have some native speakers in the exhibit. So you typically hire these people wherever you may be, to man your exhibit. But what you've got to make sure you do is provide those folks with at least the elevator pitch that you want customers to realize as they come into the exhibit. Also, make sure that staff that you hire, in addition to being a native speaker, can speak English quite well so that they can be utilized in addition to making a pitch to people who don't speak English, can also provide you as an interpreter for your sales team to be able to provide more detailed information. Tip number 4 concerns your exhibit itself. If you're not going to be shipping your exhibit and you're going to be renting an exhibit overseas, consider designing your exhibit in the host country. Tell them what your requirements are and let them design a booth that's going to resonate with the local population. Oftentimes, exhibits that we consider to be really great looking here just don't really resonate with the local communities in other countries. Finally, our 5th and most important tip. Hire a US-based international consultant or an exhibit company who's proficient in international work. They can handle all the details that I just described in the previous 4. But more importantly, they're the ones taking the calls at 2 in the morning US time when your construction team overseas is posed with a problem. They also can deal with customs issues, the language barrier, and allow you to focus on the messaging of the show so that your firm can make more money and have a more successful show when you're overseas. Thanks for listening in to this edition of Trade Show Quick Tips. See you next time.